What was the Blazers' record when they won the championship in 1977? What was Bill Walton's incredible stat line in that decisive Game 6? If I knew the answer, I wouldn't tell you, because it could be a question you find at Rip City Trivia Night. And if there is a guy who knows the answer, it's the guy that is about to join my show. Some of you know him as Seth. You might better know him as the Sheriff of PDX on Twitter. Sheriff, welcome into Courtside. How are we doing?
Good, Chris. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful, but I was on Twitter, as I always am, because I can't turn off that app. That Bird app has my attention. And people were talking about some Rip City trivia going down. And so I got looped into the thread. I think it was everyone's favorite mom, Team Mom, right? Tara gets me in the chat, and she's like, Burkhart could be on play-by-play. Help us out. And I'm like, what am I helping? I don't know. So I start doing my research. I hit you up in the DMs. I'm like, let's get you on the show and talk about Rip City trivia. Because I don't know if a lot of people know what's going on, but what am I talking about, Seth, when I say Rip City trivia?
Well, we are just a local host-owned trivia. We do trivia at local bars Sunday through Wednesday, general knowledge. Trivia shows that you go and you play for a couple hours and you win some prizes. You play for free. But specifically, we have got an event coming up at Back to the Basket at about 34th and Hawthorne, formerly known as Ball Was Life. Troy there reached out to me and said, hey, I know that you do trivia, and we were thinking about doing trivia night. Can we come up with a cool NBA-related trivia event? And so we're going to put one on Thursday, March 23rd, at about 7 o'clock after the store closes.
That sounds fun. Now, first off, everyone go look up this Back to the Basket spot. It looks phenomenal. Plenty of nostalgic memorabilia you can go purchase. But let's talk about the trivia specifically, because this is cool. This is a chance for fans out there to come, show off their knowledge. And I love the little nods to the Blazers in here, like the fact that 77 players will face off. Like, come on. That's just too easy. That's too awesome. But how does the trivia night, the event itself, work? Like, how do you win? How do you get knocked out, etc.?
Got it. So we're going to start. It's 77 individual entrants. We wanted to do something a little bit different, not team-based. So we're going with an individual question and answer format. We're going to do it all through cell phones. Everybody that registers is going to need a cell phone. They'll download the app that we use at our regular trivia shows to submit answers. It's just going to be a single Q&A. Questions are going to start easy, get everybody built up. And then we will get progressively more and more difficult with trivia from all over the NBA. It will not be just Blazers focused, but you can expect a good number of Blazers trivia questions throughout the show for sure. Wanted to do something cool where people had more than one chance. They could get a question wrong but continue playing. So we came up with the idea of if you get 2 techs in a game, you're ejected. So we're going to call incorrect answers technical fouls. If you get 2 questions wrong, you'll be out. And we're going to just whittle it all the way down until we've got 2 players remaining that have stayed around. And then we're going to pit them off in kind of a best of 7 format where we're going to ask questions like, name a member of the 2022 dream team of the Olympics. Won't be that simple, but just for an example. And then those 2 players will go back and forth naming somebody from that list until one person gives either a wrong answer or repeats an answer that was already given at that point. And then that round's over. First one of those 2 players to win 4 of those rounds is going to be the champion. Back to the Basket is putting up some incredible prizes, $250 for first place, $100 in store credit for second place, and $50 to the person who gets the unfortunate misery of just missing the finals, but they're going to get $50 in store credit. And we've also got some Blazers Twitter legends have Evan M. PDX and Proto Plutonian, who we've all seen Brooke wearing the shirts of the guys in their post-game interviews, and she's got some other great advice as well. Both of them are contributing some stuff, and we're going to give prizes out to everybody in the event. Everyone's going to have a chance to win. So you don't have to get all the questions right to keep going.
Yeah, and I appreciate you shouting those two out, because if you haven't heard of Proto Plutonian or Evan M, look them up. I'll tweet out a link to some of their stuff after the show here. They make some great stuff. Not always just Blazer related, just great content, great merch that you can go buy. I do have to ask, though, there's no way that you can do something so egregious to get a flagrant 2, if you will, and just get ejected without technicals, right?
If I catch you cheating, and the app that we use has some technology built into the back end that will tell me that will get you kicked out right away. But this is definitely meant to be a free event. Back to the basket and Troy there, get some people into the store, have a good time. It's not meant to be about just being the winner and coming in and crushing with your trivia knowledge. It's a chance to come in, meet people that you might not have had a chance to meet, and hang out with your fellow fans, your fellow collectors. We're working on getting some special guests lined up. If we can get the schedules to work out, we're going to have some pretty cool announcements of folks that are going to be in attendance at the event. So sign-ups, it's very limited in space, so it is going to be just the 77 people that sign up. www.ripcitytrivia.com/back to the basket. That's where you can sign up. We've got about 35 slots left in the event. So come in, hang out, have a really, really good time.
Yeah, go get on it. And I'll tweet out a link as well after the show for anyone listening, so you can go sign up. I did reach out to get some questions. We had a couple of them on our Discord, our Trailcaster Discord, as it were. So go join that, as my friend Keith would say, link in the episode description. But I want to know, Seth, what is one of your favorite spots that you've hosted one of these trivia nights? Because I know you do them in multiple locations.
My favorite, they're going to get a free shout out here, is definitely going to be McPete's Portland Pub at 45th and Fremont. That's been my regular show on Wednesday nights. Been hosting there since early 2018. It's just a great place, great vibe. It's also a great Blazers bar, a great Timbers bar as well. We had Myers Leonard had come in after a Blazers game one night, came into the bar and watched the rest of the Timbers match there. So it's always a good atmosphere, laid back, and everybody that's there is really, really fun to host an event for.
Yeah, absolutely. That just sounds fun. And I think all these events, I was looking at the website too, and just all the little spots that they go to for Rip City Trivia look wonderful. I saw that there's some even out there at the old Happy Valley Station, my neck of the woods. So I might have to swing by and whatever the night is, see if I'm smart enough to play.
Oh yeah, Happy Valley Station, that Wednesday night show, that's easily our biggest show of the week. We have 25 teams regularly playing out at that event. And Dice, who's our host out there, is fantastic. Everything I learned about hosting, I learned from him.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Speaking of hosting these shows and the multiple rounds and 77 players battling it off, what is one of the longest games you've ever hosted?
That would definitely have to be, I was affiliated with a national trivia company for a little while before I started doing this on my own. We would have final events where there was leagues and teams would accumulate points over 8-12 weeks of playing in weekly games, and then we would do big finals events at Buffalo Wild Wings where it's like 40-50 teams of 6 players going in and battling it out. And no matter how prepared you think you are to run an event of that size, there's always going to be hiccups, and those are the things that usually add time to those events. So we've had those finals events would take 3-4 hours sometimes to complete all the way through. But regardless of that, it's still always a good time. Like our job as hosts is to make sure that everybody is having a good time, win or lose. And that is absolutely what we're going to be aiming for at Back to the Basket in a few weeks.
Now, this particular show, as you talked about, because not every trivia night is a Blazer-oriented thing, and this one is special, all thing basketball, right? And I'm going to throw this out there for you, being the host and helping put this together. I was DMing you, and I said, I think I'm open for that. So, I've already put it in my schedule. I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up unless something happens. And I want to add this. I'm dropping this on you right now. If you win this competition, you have obviously proved your Blazer and basketball knowledge. So if you're down for this, I'm going to throw this on there as an added bonus. The person who wins first place, if they are so inclined, can come join me in studio and host a Courtside Monday with me.
Oh, that is amazing, Chris. Holy cow.
There you go. I spoke it into existence. It's a thing. Winner also gets to come host the show. How awesome, man.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome. All right, before I let you go, just real quick, where can everybody find you on Twitter and get some more information on this trivia event?
You can find me at Sheriff of PDX on Twitter and www.ripcitytrivia.com site, and right there at the top of the page, there's a link to the Back to the Basket event, and that's got the basics of information you need to know, and the form to sign up is right there. Like I said, we've got about 35 slots left, and now I think they'll go a little bit quicker if somebody gets to come host Courtside.
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad that works. I'm glad you like my idea. I just think of things randomly, and this one sounds fun. Seth, you're always welcome back on. Thanks for joining. Thanks for putting this event together. I think this is going to be awesome, and I can't wait to see you guys out there at Back to the Basket on March 23rd.
All right. Thanks a lot, Chris.
All right. There you have it. Seth, better known as Sheriff of PDX, the host of this awesome event down at Back to the Basket. And like I said, go join, go sign up. He said he's got a little, about a half the slots open, and I'm going to stick to my word. The winner of that event, first place at Back to the Basket on March 23rd, can come host an episode of Courtside Monday with me. I think that's a pretty cool incentive to join that and go join all your basketball buddies, all your Blazer buddies, and then get a chance to come jump on the radio. And you will be judged accordingly. You will be judged accordingly. If talking is not your thing, I'll turn your mic off. It's not past me. It's not past me. But I think if you're going to go put on a show in front of at least 76 of your closest Blazers friends, well, at least 77, because you got Seth out there hosting, I'll be there too. We'll have some fun. He did tease. He said there might be some special guests. I want to know I'm going to show up just to see who these special guests might be. Full disclosure, he doesn't tell me who they are, so I don't have any information. Shocking, right? But a chance to come host this show, a chance to win $250 in in-store credit at this awesome event. Like I said, look it up, ripcity.com/back to the basket.